Hello Taurus, and welcome back to my channel. This is Awaken Healings with Jess. I'm here to bring you your mid-month energy bump for 2020. Something new that I'm trying out, and it's something that I felt guided and compelled to do. So Happy New Year. I'm glad to be back on camera. Good to see you all. Yeah, it's been an interesting couple months, with the holidays and stuff. So, but yeah, it feels good to, I don't know, I'm feeling really good with energy. We just left the Capricorn energy. We're entering Aquarius. So I feel like this is really cool transitional period between earth energy and air energy. So I'm feeling inspired with ideas. The energy is lighter. We're flowing. There's movement. Yeah, so it's kind of cool. So we're entering Aquarius season. We have a new moon in Aquarius on the 24th of February. So great time for new beginnings. So yeah, pretty cool. Anyway, let's get started. So I'm using the regular Rider-Waite tarot deck. I haven't used these guys in a while, but I'm feeling called to use them. I used them recently also in the weekly bump, the weekly woke message for the 15th through the 25th of February. If you haven't checked out that video, I highly recommend it. These guys had a lot to say in that video as well. So that was overall collective message. So not zodiac specific, but just those of you who are on the healing journey, on the awakening journey, towards a better life, towards a better version of yourself and so forth. So check that out. That was really nice, really good messages. I also did a separate video for a pick a card type reading. So that was fun. I lined that up with 3 different crystals. So whichever crystal spoke to you, that would be your reading, all right? So really beautiful messages in that one too. So again, I highly recommend it. And check that out. Comment below. Let me know how those are working for you. So let's go ahead and get started, Taurus. So I have a modified Celtic card spread. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and take a moment to flip everything over and see where we're at. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, so bottom of the deck, let's start there, is Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like this is you guys, Taurus. You're feeling really good. You're feeling really abundant. Feel like you're grounded within yourself. You're secure with who you are and where you are in life. Feel like work is good, home is good, relationships are good. Looks like the bank account is good. So good for you, Taurus. Great way to start. Central to your reading is Temperance crossed by the 5 of Wands. Patience with people. Patience with drama. This is competition. This is challenges. This could be arguments. But this is, the card of Temperance is coming in saying patience, moderation. This could also be this is also the card of Sagittarius. So just something to keep in mind. This looks a little bit dark. Let me try and get the light a little bit. Sorry. I think that made it worse. I think it's a little bit better. But anyway, I just felt like I was in the shadows. So anyway, yeah. I feel like this is people problems, that this is you just being asked to have patience with those of you who are experiencing conflict with either friends, family, or coworkers. But yeah, I also feel like this is pick your battles. Definitely pick your battles, and is it worth it? Is it worth going 10 rounds with someone verbally? Is it worth it to have the last word in? But I do get the sense that this could be, competition with work and just, just exchanges of words, drama. So, yeah. But you all are fairly patient people, and, you're not really going to do things that are quite so impulsive. I feel like Taurus, sorry, I keep messing with it. I feel like, as the sign of Taurus, that you all are fairly measured, and, you choose your words carefully. You choose your battles carefully. You're conservative with your energy and where you're going to focus all that on. And, I feel like this is just extra cautionary because maybe some of you are feeling triggered to the point where you're just going above and beyond. It's like, all right, look. So anyway, line up with your intuition. You're feeling really good right now. I feel like, things are flowing with you. I feel like, you know where you're going. I feel like you know what you want out of life, and you're just doing things that feel like they're in your best interest for yourself. So continue to tap into your intuition, because your spirit team, your spirit guides are here with you, surrounding you to bring you messages of healing, hope, and inspiration, and ultimate guidance. Yeah, so this is a really good card to have in your reading. How you're feeling internally with the energy right now is you're contemplating expansion, soul expansion. Because it's reversed, I feel like this is spiritual growth, personal spiritual growth to you. So it's no wonder that we're seeing the High Priestess come in, because this is you connecting with your spirit team. Yeah, and this is you connecting with the divine and, you know, having your prayers answered and just having that spiritual conversation with you know, with your guides and saying, this is what I want to achieve and this is where I'm going. And, you know, you're getting into alignment with this card, because when this goes upright, this is about future forecasting. This is the big picture. This is expansion. This is building a future. And it's the big future. It's 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, all right? But since this is reversed, this is personal to you. Spiritual expansion, spiritual growth. Externally to you, it's no wonder that you're really tapping into this energy, because external is confusion, discombobulation. This is the Seven of Cups. I feel like you have a lot of choices and a lot of things to choose from, but I feel like you're struggling with this a bit. So maybe this is what the struggle is, right? And that's why Temperance is coming in. Temperance is saying, slow down, don't make hasty moves, because you incorrectly choose the wrong cup. Now, Seven of Cups is all about choices. It's also the card of illusion, confusion, overwhelm. And it can be overwhelming to look at all these cups. Let me turn it upright. Because here you are, you know, and you're like down here and you're looking up at all these possibilities in front of you, and they feel large and overwhelming. Some of them have gifts, riches, abundance. Some of them have serpents, poison, fear, confusion. Which do you choose, right? You gotta choose wisely. And the way for you to choose wisely is to get into alignment, right? Get into alignment with yourself and patience, moderation, not making hasty decisions. But I feel like this could possibly be weighing heavily upon you, because in your mind's eye is the Strength card, the card of Leo. Maybe some of you are thinking about a Leo. Maybe a Leo could be one of these cups. But this is all about personal courage. This is about personal courage to move forward and making the right decision for you. And I'm getting the sense that the reason why you're tapping in to this Leo energy, to the card of Strength, is because you're making new decisions for you, for yourself. Decisions, or I think you're going in a different direction than what you normally would have gone. And I think it's weighing heavily upon you, and you're fearful of the outcomes. You don't know how it's going to end, right? You know if you stick with what you know, then it's kind of a known outcome. You're sticking with something that's tried and true, but you're not growing, and it's more the same. And I feel like with the cycles that we just completed, the big cycles, I think you're done with that. I think you're done with tried and true, same old, same old. I think you want something new, but what does this new look and feel like? What will this new choice lead to? And I think that's why you're being asked to tap into your inner strength and personal courage to make a decision that's going to give you a different result. And I think you're fearing the unknown a little bit. If you don't want same old, you can't choose same old, right? You got to choose something different. And it has you confused and discombobulated because the 7 is coming in reversed. All right. So let's check in with the Oracle cards and see if we can gain any more clarity upon that situation. So I'm going to pull from the Shamanic Oracle deck. And we'll just see what comes through. Ooh. You have 2. And then we're pulling from the Sacred Earth Oracle. And these are brand new. I just got these recently, and it's the first time I'm using them on camera, and I'm loving how they are interacting with the Shamanic Oracle. These literally, like all night, have been confirming or enhancing the message from the Shamanic Oracle decks. It's been pretty cool. Okay, I'm pulling from the Sacred Rebels. And then I'm going to pull from the Nature's Whispers. Okay, that should do it. Okay, so you have 2 cards from the Shamanic Oracle. The first is Sacrifice, reversed. Yeah, and I'm feeling with this card, this is saying, this is about surrendering, ultimate surrender. So what I'm seeing in your reading is you have choices to make. You're confused. It's a big decision. Strength is on your mind, and you're being asked to tap into your personal courage and inner strength to make this big decision. Sacrifice is coming in and saying, give it to the universe. Surrender it. Ultimately surrender your biggest, deepest desires. Give it as a gift. What is it that you want? And that's the thing. Because it's coming in reverse, I don't think you know that yet. I don't think you have a clear, definitive response to what is it that you want. I think you have ideas, which is being represented by the cups. You have ideas, you just don't know what you want, right? Hence the confusion. You need to get centered. You need to get still. You need to meditate and think about where you want to go. Which direction do you want to take your life in? Because I feel like this is a fresh start for you. This is a fresh start, and you're being asked to do things differently. But there's a bit of resistance. Surrender. Surrender all of that to the universe and you won't be disappointed. The universe has your back, Taurus. They won't lead you astray, and your spirit guides are here to help you to make the right decisions. You also have the card of the Rainmaker upright. I feel like this is abundance. I feel like this is your spirit guides letting you know that the conditions are prime to bring you whatever it is that you desire. You just have to ask. You have to surrender. You have to ask and then surrender it and let it go. Give it to the divine. Give it to the universe, and then let the universe work its magic. Let the universe line it up, set the conditions. And I feel like with the Rainmaker, this is all about planting the seeds, nourishing the seeds of your goals, hopes, and dreams. What is it that you're planting? What is it that you want to manifest? What is it that you want this year to yield? Well, you have the Rainmaker coming in saying, we're here to help. We're here to water those seeds that you planted. Let us do it. Surrender and let us do it. Okay? So, for your Sacred Earth Oracle, rediscovery reversed. Interesting. So, when I first saw this card, we show it to you upright, I like this. I feel like this is about rediscovering yourself. But normally all the cards here are adults. This is the only one that I'm aware of that is of a child's image. So I feel like, Taurus, this is about you rediscovering who you are at your core level. Who were you as a kid? What were your goals, hopes, and dreams at 5 years old? That's what you should be focusing upon. That's the energy that you need to tap into to help rediscover yourself and figure out where you're going and figure out which cup you're going to choose. But it's coming in reversed. I don't think you know who you are yet. I think you're stuck in an older version of yourself. A version that society helped shape you into. That external sources helped shape you into. But now you're being asked to rediscover yourself. Yeah, this card has a lot going on. Because even though this is a child, there's someone else. Is that inside or is that on her? I get the sense that this is sort of like an idea of who she wants to become. You know, as children, we have this idea like, oh, when I grow up, I'm going to be president. When I grow up, I'm going to be the CEO of whatever, right? So I feel like, you know, she's looking hopefully into the future. And this might be an image of whom she hopes to become or someone whom she admires and just sort of, you know, has that vision. So I get the sense, Taurus, that this is what you're being asked to do. You're being asked to rediscover who you are. or who you were. And that's the energy that's going to help bring you forward into the future. That's going to create soul expansion for you. That's going to help you pick the proper cup, right? Because they always say, you know, if you're feeling stuck or if you're just unhappy with life or frustrated with life, well, tap into your inner child. What are the things that make you happy? What are the things that make you smile, that make you giddy, that make you excited? You know, look back to your childhood past and, you know, that's where you can rediscover your truest essence, right? So, Sacred Rebels, receiving. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. You must sacrifice in order to receive. You are being asked to get into the receiving mode right now, to receive the messages from your spirit guides, and then ultimately to receive the gifts of the universe. Yeah. You have to get into receiving mode, which means opening up your heart, opening up your mind, being open to new ideas, new ways of thinking, new experiences, just new. You've got to open yourself up, open arms, ready to receive. Okay? And lastly is from Nature's Whispers, keep your dreams alive. Wow. Yes, I feel like these two right there, it's almost the same face, right? But I also get the sense that this is another child's face. Rediscovery, tapping into your inner child, but keeping your dreams alive. I feel like these are the dreams that you once dreamed upon as a kid. Keeping these alive. Oh, wow. Because if you can, this is a no-brainer. Then you know exactly what cup you're going to choose. Interesting. Very interesting, Taurus. All right, so that's all I have for you. That was your mid-month energy bump for February. So comment below, let me know how that resonated. Check out the other two videos, the Weekly Woke for the 15th to the 25th of February, and the Pick a Card spread. That was an interesting one. Again, like this video. By you liking it, increases the viewership to fellow Taurian friends. Please subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so. I really appreciate your love and devotion. That helps me continue on with the work. So, until we meet again, have a lovely day, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.